That's scary.
Going to call the meeting of May 13th, 2015 workshop session to order. Councilmember Clayton. Here. Councilmember Kendall.
Here.
Councilmember Warner.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Quinn.
Here.
Mayor Moore.
Here.
Did they just put that inside?
It's been up for 2 weeks.
What was the one?
Do any council members have any comments, questions, or anything to review from the work session on Monday, May 11th?
No questions from me.
I mean, I'll just repeat what I said Monday, which is the beachfront should have credit cards now, so you're not just paying by cash or check. And if you pay by credit card, just let me know how that process goes.
Anyone else?
I don't have anything.
All right, just a few short announcements from the city manager. All right, again, I would just like to thank everybody just for bearing with us and being patient with us. As you see, that the parking lot has been milled. So we'll be back tomorrow. We're hoping that by the beginning of next week, that it will be paid. So the inconvenience that's being posed to the city, to our residents, should be well worth it. I also want to, excuse me, allergies. I also just want to announce again is that on Saturday, the May 23rd, 2015, there's going to be an RCA presentation, by the city. Everyone is invited. It'll be conducted here in the City Council chambers from 12 noon to 1 p.m. Please come out, learn a little bit about the RCA program and how it might be advantageous to the residents.
I just wanted to say that today, the Asbury Park Fire Department responded to a call for a construction worker that was pinned under several panels of very heavy granite inside of a container. They were able to stabilize the granite, and they worked for over 3 hours to remove the victim, at which point he was transported to Jersey Shore Regional Trauma Center, and he's expected to survive and make a full recovery over time. I just wanted to point out about the really good work that the fire department did today. That's it.
I just have one other thing before I turn it over to the city attorney. For those of you who weren't here on Monday, I would like to again welcome our new clerk, Cindy Dye. Cindy comes to us with 10 years of experience. She's previously served as the clerk in East Windsor Township and also North Hanover Township. She's here today. She experienced her first executive session today, and she's here to experience her first general public session. So please welcome Cindy.
Thank you.
Matters by the city attorney.
I don't have any matters in this.
Okay.
I need a motion. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Are we done with it?
No, I have one thing I know Joe's going to talk about, and Ricky Gartz, the CMFO, is going to talk about it also. It goes back to, I guess, 2 days ago, it was in the newspapers that Moody's downgraded the city of Asbury Park. We were disappointed with it. To me, it makes no sense. I asked Ricky to get us some numbers. One of the reasons it makes no sense to me is, like, we're one of the 17 cities in the state of New Jersey on transitional aid, and it seems like we're being hit because we're on transitional aid, and under the current administration, the state's credit rating has been downgraded 9 times by 3 different rating agencies, largely because of a $40 billion deficit in unfunded pension liabilities, where they've been downgraded from an A1 to an A2. Since we're on transitional aid and the state does not know where they're going to make up this $1.5 billion, they're like guessing they're going to take it away from us. Every time we've met with Mr. Neff, who's no longer with DLGS, his replacement, Mr. Tim Cunningham, or our local monitor, Mr. George Eubner, we asked, like, where do we stand as far as other cities in the state as far as getting transitional aid? And they say, you guys are the poster child. You guys are doing the best of getting off transitional aid whatsoever. And the numbers speak for themselves. In 2010, we were at close to 12 million. At 2012, we were at 9.5 million. Right now, we're at less than 2 million, and that's with an 85% reduction, asking for 85% of what we got last year. And last year, we got $1.1 million less than the year before. So we did not lose 85% the year before. We lost close to 35%. So we're doing wonders to get off of transitional aid, and yet now we're kind of being hit on the head just because of the state financial difficulties. As far as like our bond rating, in 2005, we were a BAA3. Then we were upgraded in 2010 to a BAA1, which we remained at until this recent downgrade on 5/7/2015 to a BAA2. Again, it's just like kind of disturbing, like we're doing all we can to get off of it, and then we're being punished for it. So that's, I know Joe wanted to speak about it.
No, I'll save my comments for later if needed. It's exactly what you said. The city has done everything we can, and because of mismanagement at the state level, the little guy, us, the taxpayers, get hit, which is unfortunate.
And Ricky, please add to it, because you are the CMFO and you met with Moody's, and I don't even know if there's an appeal process or what the final solution is. So anything you can add is deeply appreciated.
That it's not just the transitional aid, and it's tough to dispute their facts that 37% of our operating budget is supported by some type of state aid, whether it be transitional aid, culture, or energy receipts. They do note in the report that we have improved, and we have reserves that we haven't had in the past. However, due to the fact, like you said, that the state has reduced a reduction in their credit rating, and we rely on our budget for 37% of aid, they started speaking to me about Comtrum and what would happen if you lost your Comtrum aid or your energy receipts aid. And that hasn't really been brought to my attention that that's a possibility at the state at this point, so I thought the point was moot. But I did indicate if that's going to affect us, it should affect the entire state, because everybody's aid is going to get cut at that point. So I can't really speak to what's in their minds. I did fight as hard as I could to say, I have a game plan. If we were to lose all our transitional aid, it might hurt a little bit, but we might be able to get by with it. They didn't want to listen to that argument. So I just...
And like, what would like another town's Comtrum aid percent be, right? So, like, would it be something like
well, in Freehold, I get 10% state.
10%?
Roughly on my overall budget. So it varies.
It varies from city, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, every town, every municipality in the city gets that state aid.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would just be curious, I'm not going to ask you to look into it, maybe I'll call the state, to see what Moody's did to the other 16 cities on transitional aid.
I get that.
Can you?
Sure.
Okay,
No problem.
thank you.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I had, thank you.
Anyone else have anything?
All right, can I have a motion to close the workshop session?
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
All opposed? All right.